you have to make those systems right where these variations can be handled, can be controlled. So that is the engineering and application, innovation part. You have to make sure that you know this science and you capture those full science. So that takes a lot of time, lot of energy, lot of investment. Now in India also, if you go to sell a technology to somebody, they are not ready to pay until and unless you say that it has been collaborated with some German or England. Now that is the mindset. So you have to play your game accordingly. So that is different story.
So we would like to know that story.
I mean, if you
have to pay.
no simple. If you sell it like Lokhi carbon, it will not be sold by more than 2 rupees per kilo. You keep it high name, you sell it 1 lakh rupees per kilo, then they will take it out. So that is a simple thing that you will know when you will enter into the field. Now, my other part was that what are the challenges of sustaining business that have started is from very humble background. Very humble background. We have started, I have myself prepared those vermicompost after my PhD, taking those goals, making those packaging and everything. We have started. So challenges is sustaining business. So these are the graphs. Either you are growing or you are still standing. So most important thing is the survival. So in any cases, if you survive for 3-4 years, 5 years, we'll understand the game properly. Because we all maximum people we do not know business. We may know our subject better, we may know science very good, but business and the people outside of this academic area entirely different than we generally face day to day. So when we are going to face there, we have to survive first so that we can understand this game better. So first thing what comes into my mind, the challenges to sustaining the business is the financial discipline. First thing, what we generally do this wrong once we get this some funding, some loan. প্রথমে আমরা একটা সুন্দর টেবিল কিনে নিই, দিয়ে দুটো কম্পিউটার, একটা দারুণ রুম করে নিই। Is this necessary to do the business? So first we have to think ভাবতে হবে যে আমি এই খরচা করছি কেন, what is return. If we think about this one, then that will be very. Professor was my mentor. That he make this kind. But initially, we generally the middle class Bengali people we are very shy. পয়সা চাইতে গেলে আমরা লজ্জা পাই, পয়সা ধার দিয়ে চাইতে গেলে ভাববো কি ভাববে, পয়সাটা চাইবো কি ভাববে। That is the biggest problem. That is the biggest drawback of us, that we could not get success in this business. 5 টাকার জিনিস 5 টাকার জিনিস 10 টাকায় বেচে সবাই বেচে, তুমি না পারলে তুমি পারো, simple thing. So profit is the ultimate truth, what I could understand. If you do not have the profit, nobody is going to stick to you, simple. Then the spending time, the challenging time, when you are challenging, you are through a challenging time, and challenging time will always come in your business or in your life. Like you have any business in India, most of the business was during the first maximum challenge during this COVID period, particularly the second wave, 2021. Most of them was in verge of bankruptcy. We are also was in the same position. So what happened? আমাদের একটা আদর্শ ছিল এমপ্লয়ি পয়সা বন্ধ করব না, যাই হয়ে যাক। So we are at that step that we had to take those tough calls. We have stopped salary of ourselves as well as staffs. We had to survive at that. So spending dilemma, that is the important thing. Even now, in some sector, if we see that there is a loss, then you have to make sure that this loss will not happen. Otherwise, it will bleed your business. So spending dilemma and what are the priorities? Where will spend? Where we are going to spend? And Madam was saying about this bigger picture, sustainable development, as well as business everywhere. You have to, as a entrepreneur, as a director, you have to see the bigger picture. Dealing also with priorities, spending. You have to see the bigger picture. What we are doing now. If we see that this technology is going to give you maximum return in future, পয়সা জুড়ে 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 ওর পিছনে আমরা ইনভেস্ট করি so that it will give us this kind of volume or this kind of return in future, so that is spending, that is very very interesting, that you have to understand from your own perspective. Second important thing is what I found in the team. First, most important thing is the starting or in a small business is retaining your manpower. Most important thing is retaining your manpower. Those are actually good manpower. And then this manpower, what you will find them, whether you will find a talented manpower or whether you will find a take up a loyal manpower. So that will always hunt you. Loyal manpower and no skill. That will be some use, very skilled, एकदम ही loyal नहीं है, worst. What is from my experience? So initial level, when you are big, you will have the mixture of these two. But team is very important and your hierarchy. And make communication, continuous communications with them. Continuous communication with all those level of this hierarchy is very very important to make your things running smoothly. And this loyalty versus talent, it is a very very was a dilemma, because sometimes you will find it very hard to have only loyal people but do not have any talent, do not have any skills, or neither willing to learn, willing to develop. Opposite also true. So these are the things that you have to have very mix. And another thing is inspiring continuously. You cannot force anybody to do work and do these things and it's all around. So you have to make inspire. So inspiring, it's a leadership quality. You are a management guy, you know better than me. But that is most important thing. How we will inspire? Somebody has this capacity to डंडा लेके इंस्पायर करते हैं, somebody पैसा चुरा के इंस्पायर करते हैं, somebody work in his own and leading by example. So there are different kinds of inspirations, and without the inspiration you cannot make your team all the way running and achieving actual with their potential. Another important thing what I found is the administration, the system. That is very important. That at initial level you do not have any system, but very quickly you will understand that there is need of a system where you are lecturing here at Durgapur, but your business is going all along. Your everything is going all along. There is not a problem. Otherwise, your check signature will be there, and without your signature, the payment will be not done, and all the businesses stopping. That should not happen. So this administration, the system should be there. So HR handling, this cash handling, the discipline of this your team, that is very important, and that is very serious also. And then reporting हाँ सर आज गया था पूरा हो गया कम हो गया काम पूरा सब हो जाए false reporting. So the quality of the reporting, you will try to understand gradually. So सामने वाला क्या बोल रहा है और what is right or what is wrong. Generally, we encounter those people in this academic areas. Generally, they are very nice and they are mostly honest. But outside of this world, the world is not so honest or not so sweet, not so nice. So these are the important thing you learn in your life. That reporting, quality reporting is very much important. And another is continuous vigil. No, if you do not do this continuous vigil, if you not go through this continuous vigil from your innovation where your laboratory work is being done, you may be big problem. You will be get false reporting from there also that somebody is not working properly, but you will get that okay, sir, it is working perfectly. That material, highest standard natural quality. You just go there and apply. Oh, it will fine. But when you are actually using it, there will be customer complaint again and again. So you have to have strict vigil, continuous vigil in every steps, and you have to make sure your system is right. Where there this continuous vigil system will be there, and you are the person. You have also 24 hours like everybody else, and you cannot do it in your own. So you have to have your good team who can do this vigil also. So these are the important things that what I found interesting. And another is sustaining this business. Yes, sustaining this business, you have to innovate in every way. Your promotion, your production, your Q&A, your decision making, you have to innovate. And without innovations, you cannot sustain in this changing world also. And your model of business, your initial set of business, everything, you always need to keep changing and keep evolving. Again, be patient and grab opportunity. Grabbing the opportunity is most important thing also here. If you cannot grab this opportunity, there will be very few in your life. You have to grab it, and you have to survive also, and you have to be very patient. If you know that it will provide you the business or the desired result, be patient. It will, and you do it 24/7 internet. Simple. There is no alternative. Thank you. If you are, yeah, if,
There's just one thing I want to I feel you have found a solution. Like problem in Delhi, the pollution that is there, Gurgaon, Delhi and all, as a result of crop burning in Punjab and Haryana. So what you have actually come up with the innovation you have come up with, it can actually solve the problem over there.
I can say both yes and no. Yes, in that sense, you cannot collect it and get into the reactor. It cannot be. Because initially we make it cut through the hand, so there is very little stubble. Now to the tractor there is bigger stubble. So until and until you cut the stubble and put into the reactor, it cannot be done. If it can be done, and that will take some manpower. Yes, I can say yes more because it will fetch more value. What we are doing for more value. So if you put also labor cut the stubble also, it will compensate.
Thank you.
Another thing, is one of the this technology of freelance has been taken by Barger. I think in another 3 to 4 months time, you will find the Barger branding as a solution to this Parali Barger.
পড়ালি বার্নিং যে কেসটা আছে সব ধরনের টেকনিক নিয়ে করা হচ্ছে because the parali why the parali is not taken as fodder. Here in West Bengal the stubbles are taken as a fodder also, but in Punjab case none of the cattle can take for that parali as a fodder. The main issue is that lot of silica content.
Yeah. See,
So in that case, the chart will be different.
yeah.
This is good hint you have.
That see what we are doing. That is, you can say silica graphitic structure what we are actually preparing. So in some applications, the silica is required also. If you see tire industry, they use lot of silica. There is a solution. So the important thing is whether you are covering the whole picture or not. If you are covering the whole picture, you can find a solution. So yes, it is possible because the silica is also required in some applications, and in the same case, it can be used in different applications.
Main rider is the current.
Yeah.
Problem with Punjab is different because they are having only 3 weeks window. 3 weeks window to switch over from paddy to wheat. And in the first land is utilized for paddy production. Basmati chawal. So the 3 weeks is not sufficient vertical.
Sir, it is everything is possible if you give them proper value. एक दिन में भी हो जाएगा अगर उतना value आप दोगे तो. Yes, sir, please.
See, no, this is what? It's standard char, char, wood char, sells at about ₹20 per kg. Material that you have been saying, you are already selling at 10,000 rupees a kg. That is what he's saying. If you give value, because of that value, people will come and use your technology and use your material. That is the point.
Cost benefit is the most important.
Yes. And another important thing that Madam has touched this area, this sanitation. That is where we are working similar technology where it can be used for photocatalytic degradation of those materials which actually encourage the microbial growth. We are also working with some companies who are using this particularly halogen-based material, but the people awareness is the most important problem. Here, this halogen-based material is not working, but the smell is working for sale. So apparently it is working. That is very good smell, and people think that that works, but that actually not working. When you are going for this photocatalytic thing, you have to make sure that your product has the same kind of sense or same kind of smell to get it, accounted by our, Mailand market. So these are the challenges. But okay.
Thank you so much. Hello. Thank you so much, sir. It was really interesting to hear all about all these innovations. Now I request Dr. Professor Sandeep Mukherjee to please give the token of love to Mr. Dushyanti.
Now may I request Professor Dr. Sandeep Mukherjee of FMS BCRAC to moderate a panel discussion on the issue with eminent speaker present here today. Hello.
Once more requesting all the students. Now this part is going to be really interesting, a panel discussion. So please maintain silence. Because the value addition that is taking place for you, you will realize that much later. At this point, you may not realize it. If you concentrate, you will learn a lot of things that will help you in your life. Please do not make a noise.
Thank you very much, Asif. It is a privilege to be here to participate in the discussion process as a moderator today amongst a host of galaxies who are all eminent speakers, and they have enriched us in very many ways since morning today. Since we are already running over time, so we shall limit our discussion maximum to the extent of half an hour only, wherein few questions would be directed to the speakers to elicit some crucial information with regard to addressing sustainability in the VUCA world, and thereafter the forum will be open for a few minutes wherein you all can participate in the discussion process by asking few questions from them. So let's start the vivid discussion today. Since the time immemorial, we have seen the human civilization is progressing very fast. But at the same time, as the speakers highlighted, that in solving one set of problems, we are actually seeing some other problems cropping up. So how to mitigate this problem? We know that since the Vedic era, the Munis and Rishis, they have also advocated for maintaining this earth, this planet. Mata Bhumi, Putraham Bhumishya. That means the mother, we are the son of the mother earth, and we must protect as the son this planet of ours. But in this era of increasing vulnerability, where we experience in every sphere of our life the volatility, the uncertainty, the complexity, and the ambiguity, I would now request the speakers, the eminent personalities, to be here sharing the stage with me today and further deliberate on this issue. So, at the first instance, I would request Professor Dr. Joyanta Bhattacharya to please come here and share the stage with me. Now the next speaker is Madam. So I will request Madam Shubeshna Chaudhary from TCS, Kolkata, to please share the stage. The third, the eloquent speaker, Mr. Abhijit Pathak, the senior scientist. I would request him to please come here. And the fourth one, we just had a very vivid discussion, a very interesting discussion on innovation and sustainability and how his startup has made significant contributions. So I'd like to be very happy, I'll be very happy to have him on the stage. Mr. with me. Please come, sir. I was actually going through some of the research work by Professor Jayanta Bhattacharya yesterday. And one of the books published by IWA Publishing Alliance House, 12 Caxton Street, London, UK, wherein I could find that Professor Bhattacharya did extensive work with the nanotechnology. He is also a consultant in the fields of environmental clearance for projects, and he and his team developed and established a novel spectrophotometric method to measure sulfate concentration in acidic and mining wastewater without interference of mainly arsenate and phosphate ions. So I would request Professor Bhattacharya to please share some of his remarkable pioneering research work in the field of wastewater management. Probably this is one of the most emerging field, and soon we'll find that many of the prominent cities would have the water crisis. So sir, please enrich us on this issue.
Thank you very much. Am I audible? So, research is something, of serendipity. You just chance upon something, you take a path, and you remain very resolved that you want to see an end to it. So that is how, in one phase, I started with a student of mine. Vidush was also there at that point of time to start on nanotechnology. And we did very interesting things, very interesting things. It was all about 12, 13 years back. Then environmental nanotechnology was a small area of research. Now it is a very big area of research, and a number of things have been happening in this area. And at that point of time, we started with, particularly with calcium nanotechnology. The idea of nanoparticles, many of you do not understand this, but let me put you very simply what is the difference between a particle and a nanoparticle. In a nanoparticle, what we generally find is this: there are electron pairs are essentially compressed into the upper circuit of any molecule. So they become very accessible for different types of reactions, as against a normal molecule, which is having this sp curvatures and orbits that we talk of. So this, this provides the compression of electrons on the upper circuit essentially makes it more reactive. So this is very important in the sense that when you want to have a very speedy treatment method, or you want to use very small material to achieve a big equation, big reaction. So in that case, nanotechnology helps. And then we'll say there are other aspects of it. So what we started with that, then we worked on this. Then we finally, I went into the area of another area is silver nanotechnology that we started working on. found good results, worked on this, and then we started to combine, we tried to combine hydrogen, say silver and carbon, calcium, say carbon, copper, carbon, magnesium, all kind of things, we started doing that. And we could get some results. But one very important thing that happened is we started together. I think with the much to his credit, we took up some work from the lab and started to pursue in the research in the to make products. So many of these products that he has shown today are already available in the market and they are sold in the different, not very far from your place here. I say you can see some of them getting sold in Bakura, some of them get sold in Durgapur area also, and so this is what has actually sparked our development in this area. And today, we are into a very important threshold that we are getting very good, high quality carbon materials, finding various uses and very novel new uses. I'm pretty sure that this would be a new area to work on and would make substantial progress in this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Can this wastewater management be done in a way so that it can be portable also and it is cost effective at the same time?
See,
Wholesome drinking water I'm talking about.
I think, yeah, it is possible, but always, when you are dealing with the technology, the first and foremost thing is the job is to reduce the problem, reduce the scale of the problem. You cannot always eliminate the problem. The eliminating problem is a very difficult choice. Sometimes we may not altogether eliminate, but we can reduce. And if we do reduction, then there are many different possibilities can come. See, one of the substances, silver nano, say hydrogen, silver hydrogen peroxide materials that we sell, is used for farming community, and it is very much used, in poultries today. Very many poultries essentially use them. We also use this for water treatment of, farming culture, say aquaculture, for example. We also use this material for as a disinfectant in agriculture. Much of these things are sold in very close by near Bakura and all this area where there are a lot of very close by near Bakura and all this area where there are a lot of agriculture that is to thrive it as an entrepreneur and entrepreneurship. And second is that mostly these materials can find different uses, and we only turning it to a. We are currently working on a very interesting technology called it membrane capacitive deionization technology, where we are trying to make use of seawater into a potable water level, and this is currently in progress. The work is in progress, and we are going to have a very important discussion next week. So it's possible. Everything is possible. The only thing is that it requires time. It requires another very important thing. It requires, particularly for all of you, whatever you do in life, you should have a conviction that whatever you are doing right. If you have that conviction with you can convert many problems into solution. Okay, and that is perhaps somewhat true about us. We have stayed with many things, even if there was initial failures, but we stayed with them, we worked it out, and then it has become a solution. Not always a very perfect solution. There cannot be anything called so perfect, but near perfect solution, yes, we could do that much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. And to quote Ma'am Sudeshna Chaudhary, we can be biased in providing solutions sometimes. So I'm talking about two cases that she very elaborately talked in the session. So my question is, sometimes the companies, the corporates also do sort of greenwashing in are not doing justice to the
simply stated, the better the governance, the better the companies will be more careful in not doing that. So better measurement always pushes companies to be more transparent. I'm not telling that everybody is unethical, no, but there should not be opportunities of greenwashing. Say, for example, something easy to say, but practically speaking, it's almost impossible to achieve. But yes, people do have companies have taken up targets. Companies are also giving results on those targets. But the way things can be challenged, the actual application of circularity then comes when you are getting rid of the whole carbonization process, right? Say, for example, if I take EV, if I say all my vehicles are electric vehicles, so say, for example, I am a waste management company and I tell that all my fleets are electric vehicles. So I'm not using fossil fuel to drive my fleet. So I'm reporting that I'm green there. But what about the energy that has gone in producing the electric vehicles? Number one, have I charged my electric vehicles with a solar panel? Everybody doesn't have a Tesla. The solar panel at the top? No. Second, even to manufacture that car, what is the amount of energy or fossil fuel that has been spent? So every point of the business, in every part of the supply chain, you are accountable, and you have to. Sir was telling, one of our speakers was saying that took the example. You have to be clear with all of it and how you are balancing it. You cannot just show one part and say that yes, I am doing. So a better accountability, a better traceability can only stop the way things are being, stop the way